Matric is the hardest grade in high school. Hey, you can ask anybody, my guy. Even me as an A student, it was strapping. And if you're not ready for it, hey, it will show you flames. Which is why in today's video, I'm gonna be giving you guys 5 things to avoid in Matric, okay? If somebody had told me this, I would have had a much smoother year. So don't forget to watch until the end because the last tip is gonna be very crucial. But without further ado, let's get into it. Coming at you at number 5 is that you should not succumb to peer pressure. This is gonna be a crucial year. It's your last year, okay? So this is the time where you have to go hard and push yourself to the limits, okay? Because in this year, you cannot be bunking classes too much, you know? You can't be going around school being naughty, like, yes, have fun, you know? Of course, it's your last year, have fun, but you've got to be a bit more serious now, okay? There's a lot that's gonna be happening in this year, and you cannot be joking around, okay? Because there'll be other students, you know, that will want to pressure you into maybe bunking school just to go smoke hubbly or to go partying or whatever, you know. Don't feel pressured to do those things to feel cool or whatever, okay? Like, you being focused is cool enough because it's gonna get you into the university of your dreams and eventually into the job that you want, and you're gonna be successful, okay? Like, think of the bigger picture. If ever you are pressured into doing something that you're looking at it and you're like, you know, I'm not gonna get any value from doing this, okay? Coming in at number 4 is that you should not waste your time, okay? In Matric, you're gonna spend a lot of your time at school. That's very true, okay? Because usually Matrics, they come out late, you know? On a Monday to Friday basis, you know, in Matric, you'll usually come out late at school, and you'll maybe even have Saturday school in the morning and Sunday school, you know, in the afternoon or whatever your school has like arranged, you know? So yes, you will be at school a lot of the times, but I'm just saying that you should be really effective with your time. In Matric, you don't have time to waste, okay? There's a lot of things to do. You have to apply for universities, apply for bursaries, you know, you have to now go write NBTs, you have to go and do research on what you want to study, you know, it's just a lot of things to do, so you have to learn to be effective with your time, okay? And of course, I will be releasing a video on how to manage your time better, you know, not that I'm the best at managing my time, but when I was in Matric, I implemented certain things, you know, that helped me, that I could actually do a lot of things in the Matric year, you know, because Matric year, you want to go for learner's license as well, you know, you need to go get your ID. There's a lot of external stuff that is just happening, you know, in that year. Kamo, you're gonna have a Matric dance, you're gonna have the after party, you know, everything, you know, to celebrate that year because it's the last year. You are an adult now, you know, everything is coming in full circle, you know. So what I'm saying is that when you are at school, use your time effectively, you know, study maybe for an hour after school, you know, so that when you get home, you relax, you know, and maybe you study at night. Like, come up with a routine that will work for you so that you don't waste your time. Tip number 3 for y'all is that you should not beef with your teachers, okay? Don't be fighting with your teachers. Now, this is a bit funny, you know, because most of y'all will be like, how is this so important? But it actually is, okay? I know many students that were beefing with their teachers in Matric, and I'm like, guys, are you thinking straight? This is your last year, okay? This is when you need your teacher the most. This is when you're gonna be begging your teacher, asking for a lot of advice with that specific subject or university advice or like everything, you know, in general. You're gonna need your teachers. Because if you're in the good books of your teacher, you'll see that they'll even favor you a bit, you know, and it places you at a place of advantage. I know it's not necessarily fair, but you know, teachers are also humans. They'll also want to favor a certain student and stuff like that, and you want to be those students because it's gonna help you. I'm not gonna lie to you, bruh. My teachers loved me, and I loved them just as much, because I remember even my English teacher, because I really enjoyed writing essays, I used to put so much effort into my essays and make sure that they looked good. And you could see it even in my marks. I got good marks for my English essays. And I remember there was even some times when it was break time, and the whole class leaves, and my teacher asked me to stay, so that we can talk about the essay that I wrote more in depth, because she wants to give me more tips. She can see that I'm really invested, you feel me? So if you have a good relationship with your teacher, you can even ask for certain advice, that you wouldn't just get in a normal day-to-day class. You could ask your teacher, ma'am, I'm applying for VETS, but my grade 11 results are so and so, ma'am. What do you think I should do? I don't know if I should apply for this and this. What should be my second option? You can ask for certain advice, and they could actually help you, okay? Seriously, okay, I don't know, go ask for forgiveness or whatever. Just make sure that you are in the good books with your teacher, so that you can have a good relationship whereby you can benefit and you can get help from your teacher, not just in the subject but external stuff. Matric is a tough year, okay? You do not want to be wasting your energy fighting with people. Tip number 2 is that don't dislike any subjects, okay? You are in Matric now. It's too late. You can't turn around and be changing subjects now. It's chai, okay? It's legit chai. So you need to actually now start enjoying the subjects that you have, okay? Find a way. I don't know how, okay? Maybe go and watch YouTube videos on that specific subject. If it's chemistry, go watch some YouTube videos that make the subject a bit more interesting, about experiments. In physics, you can learn about how levers work, how mechanisms work, yada yada. If you're doing EGD, go and see how buildings are constructed or whatever. Start being more interested in the subject, and trust me, it's gonna help you, okay? Because if you're gonna dislike the subject, then you're gonna forever not want to study for it. And Matric, you're just gonna study. Legit, you're gonna revise and study and revise and study. So you need to be more invested in the subject. You need to kind of enjoy it, And maybe, yes, it's not the most interesting for you, okay? Even for me, physics, I didn't necessarily enjoy it. But there were certain topics, that I was interested in, that I wanted to learn more about, like Newton's law, because it has a bit of math, Actually, it has a lot of math. Newton's second law, how you can involve trigonometry, how you can, use mathematical stuff, in physics. I found that more interesting, And yes, even though there were certain topics I was totally not enjoying, I made sure to go watch some YouTube videos to kind of get more of an understanding, to make it a bit more fun, asking my teacher, what's going on, trying to make it a bit more fun, more enjoyable, having conversations with my fellow classmates about that subject, putting practicality into it. For me, economics, economics, I really wish I took it in Matric and stuff, I wish I had it. I didn't, but I remember in grade 9, grade 8, we would have so much fun with economics because we would put practical conversations into it, So about macro and micro economics, we talk and be like, oh, okay, so have you seen that there's market competition with Apple and Samsung and perfect competition and yada yada, those sort of things. It made it more interesting and more enjoyable. And the final tip, most crucial tip, okay, is that you should not cram, okay? Do not cram at any point in Matric, okay? Yes, you guys are gonna write many tests, you guys are gonna write prelim exams, you guys are gonna write final exams, and you just don't want to cram for any of those tests until you even reach final exams, okay? Because everything is gonna build onto each other. So if you're gonna cram the night before, if you're gonna be cramming the night before every single test, every single smaller test you're gonna be cramming, then when the bigger tests come, like the prelims and the finals, you won't remember what you had studied for those smaller tests, okay? Because everything builds onto each other. All that knowledge, okay, that you learned in grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, it's all gonna come together full circle, okay? So if you've been cramming all those other years, so if you have been cramming all those other years, you're gonna suffer, okay? Because Matric is now a combination. Everything is coming together and it's becoming difficult, like it's on steroids. So you need to know your basics. So please, 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 please do not cram for any tests. Make sure that you are studying ahead of time, you know, so that you can space out your studying sessions, you know. And I'm definitely gonna be giving out tips on how to study effectively, for Matric specifically, you know. So but I do have a video out on just how to have an effective study session, so you can go check that out by just clicking that icon. You know how if you don't cram and you actually study effectively, then you'll remember that knowledge for a longer time, you know. You'll end up seeing that when the final exams come, you won't have to study for as many things, you know, because you'll see that, oh, okay, I already know how microorganisms work, you know, I already know what a cell is, how many chromosomes are in a cell or whatever, you know. Even though I don't know biology, I'm just stating stuff. But yes, so if you're not cramming and you're studying effectively, then you're gonna remember the knowledge for a longer time, and it's gonna be... We've reached the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. But I'm signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Clapback, 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 clapback. I got time today, I'm finna clap back. Clap back, clap back.